Okay, I just received this package in the mail yesterday. It goes to a vintage Tannewitz bandsaw. I believe it might have been a 22-inch or 24-inch bandsaw. And during the disassembly, there was a little mistake made, which, you know, who hasn't had that problem before. Anyway, in removing the nut, it's a cast iron nut, and unfortunately it's left-handed threads. So that's what ended up happening. And anyway, I was asked if there was something that I could do to possibly help repair this. And I thought, okay, it's not that big of a project. Seems easy enough. So yeah, I'll go ahead and take it and I'll repair it for him. So here we go with the repair. Okay. So far the repair has come along actually quite nicely. There we go. A little deburring. And we should be as good as new. Voila. I think that is a fine repair. Here I'm adjusting the cross slide to come up with the taper on the sides of the nut, and I came up with about a 2 degree.
Here I'm running the cutter all the way in to where it's bottoming out in the hole, and then I'm bringing it back roughly about 15 thousandths. That'll be my starting point for every pass pulling out of the hole threading. Since this is a left-handed thread, it makes it real easy. Just run it all the way into your 0, and then when your thread dial hits your number, pull out. If it was a right-hand thread, then I would be running the machine in reverse with the cutter upside down.
Okay, getting ready to cut the radius on the top of the nut. This radius attachment, God, about 30 years ago I bought a big old 22-inch swing monarch lathe from a company my dad worked at, and that fixture actually came with it. I got rid of the monarch years ago, but I always kept that attachment. Just quite handy. Alright, here we go. Alright, what I gotta do here, my cutter's a little low. I gotta raise the cutter up a little bit, which means that I just gotta put a couple shims in here and raise that up. Okay, the nut's done. Old one. I generally, if I can glue stuff together, it just makes it easier to handle, measure, and everything else. And I'll let them. Let's see. I'll let the gentleman that owns the bandsaw decide how much polishing and bling bling he wants. But anyway, there's one brass nut. Okay, I've been having some problems with the nut. Doing a little bit of wobbling, and I found that the threaded shaft, probably at the time when the nut was going the wrong way and split, it tweaked it. The shaft's running pretty decent throughout all the other critical points, but that there's got a slight little twist to it. So what I'm going to do is just clamp it up here, and I'm going to try to induction heat. It's a soft shaft, so there's no problem heating it up. But I'm going to try the little induction heater so it doesn't burn off any edges. And I'm back to the 19-inch lathe, because the jaws, there's a little relief from here to here. It's still machine true. It's running true. I'm assuming bearings go here, so I want to clamp it up in this section, and the jaws happen to fit right between there. So this is a better chuck to grab it. Then I'm going to heat it up, and then I'm just going to bring the live center in and see if it doesn't straighten it out a bit. It'd run the way it is right now, but I just want to try to straighten it up just a little bit. It looks like it's running really nice and straight now. You back this up. Okay. Okay, that shaft straightened out quite nicely. It would have been fine before, but I just didn't like the way it was tweaked a little bit. There. Okay, I'm gonna call this project done. When I originally put the nut on, I didn't like the way it was seating up, and it wasn't running very true. After digging in and looking close, it was bent about right in this area right here. And when the nut was torqued the wrong way and broke, at that point I'm just making assumptions that it could have got tweaked then. But anyway, I just wanted to square this up. Everything else was running nice and true, so I wouldn't worry about any of that. It would have been fine. Bandsaw wheel slides on here, nut holds it on. I felt the best way to straighten that, I could have just started putting it in a press, but the area that I needed to straighten it out was right close to the 1-inch shaft right here. The induction heating, as you'd seen in the video, it did get it red into here, but that's not where I needed it red. I needed it red into here. That's where I wanted to straighten it out. Getting it nice and hot right in this intersection and then coming in with the live center will pull this whole piece straight. So I had to go to the torch, get it nice and red hot, came in with the live center. That part worked great. Cleaned everything up a little bit, and it's ready to send back out. Anyway, once again, if you liked the video, please subscribe, leave comments,